How you doing? My name's Blake Ian, and through the course of a music career and a social media career that coincided, the word crowd always came up to me and was something that I was very interested in. To me, it meant either playing in front of a very large crowd, which would be amazing and sometimes horrifying, or being part of that crowd was never a great feeling for me because I felt like I couldn't be heard, couldn't really express myself or get enough room, and had some social anxiety disorders. So one of my favorite definitions of the word crowd was from one of my favorite speakers, Alan Watts. He defines crowd as a group of people not in direct communication with one another. As of right now, we're not in mutual communication. I'm communicating to you, but there's not much communication going on back. So that became part of my obsession in the last couple of years in the social media space, in the tech startup space that I've driven into. Something that helped this problem, though, luckily, was the invention of the internet, because that changed things from what Alan Watts knew. So luckily, this guy invented the internet and allowed the mutual communication to start happening amongst groups of people. And this comes with a lot of good, a lot of positive results. We have certain things like crowdfunding. You're all aware of crowdfunding, and getting people together, especially for good causes, raising money, raising awareness, and of course, besides crowdfunding, a term I've heard many times this weekend is crowdsourcing. So the crowdsourcing of ideas, of opinions, just getting everybody together and using technology to put together people's opinions and ideas and come up with really great data. One of the negatives that still comes along with the analog of a crowd is, of course, the noise. Noise is, online can be trolls, could be a lot. Actually, two people before me spoke a lot about this, and the trolling, the commenting, I almost used the exact same slide of the Adele commenting section, and that noise can be really represented here. So for me, this is what a trillion comments could look like, and people trying to be in communication with each other, but that's not mutual communication. That's actually a lot of noise. So within that noise, though, there's some great stuff, and some of it does get crowd surfed up to the top. It does get the right people. If they say the right thing in front of the right people, they'll get up there and they'll get pushed up, and they'll even gain an audience sometimes, get on stage themselves, and that's a great thing that can happen on the internet as well as a rock concert. Of course, some people don't do as well. They're either speaking to the wrong people about the right thing or the right people about the wrong thing, and they fall just shy of making it on top of the crowd. So there's a lot of great platforms out there doing a lot of great things, and I use lots of them, and they do help you find your audience, so you're not crowd diving into the gates right there. And so I became a little bit obsessed about trying to help solve this problem as well. Of course, from Sarah's email, I learned that the Ignite talk is not the place to pitch your own product. So I figured maybe I could subtly get my product in there, since I feel like I was just in labor for 18 months and just gave birth. So I did want to tell you a little bit about it. And so subtle to me, being the youngest of 5 New York Jews, the best way I could subtly tell you, get my product in there in a very subtle way would be to just display my logo and slogan up there right in front of you and show you what I've been working on, which is called Talkers, Listen and Speak Up, Be Heard, which I'd love to discuss more. But on a very high level, not getting into the product that I've been working on, but again, what my passion has been in trying to help this mutual communication happen is we've been looking, and my team been looking at the one-to-many model, and which is it's got some great results in certain ways, but we've done a little experimenting with the conversation as content. And on Talkers, we use 2 people as co-hosts. Branch uses roundtables. There's Quora, there's Reddit, and again, I enjoy all of these platforms. We do all text. Because it's non-interruptive, it actually solves a lot of Alan Watts' issues. Of course, you have an audience of everybody speaking at the same time, so that's a secondary problem. It's another problem that we try and tackle, and it's part of the experiment that we've been running. What we have been attempting to do, and hopefully doing, is building a targeted and self-moderated audience so that you can have mutual communication. So again, the experiment that we're running, because of this OCD obsession of the Alan Watts situation that I had heard, is taking the crowd, using the technology of the internet, public conversation, and self-moderated audience, and hopefully getting a group of people to be in communication, mutual communication with each other. I'd love to share the results that we have as we just launched about 4 days ago into beta. And it's been great learning about the results you guys have had as well. Thank you.